Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So here we are from Group A that consists of 3 members. Me, Muhammad Ullah, as the first speaker. The second speaker is Fathul Akbar, and the third one or the last one is Marwa. So here we will explain about the assessment design. As we can see here, there are 3 kinds of assessment design. The first one is assessment of learning, the second one assessment for learning, and the third one is assessment as learning. First, the assessment of learning that will explain by me. Assessment of learning usually occurs when teacher use evidence of student learning to make judgments on student achievement against goals and standards or summative. There are several points of this assessment of learning. First, it's summative, and the second, this assessment is taken from what the students have learned before, and the last one, it's more to aim of this assessment, to certify students' competence. There are several examples of this kind of assessment. The first one, the mastery test. The second, a periodical test. The third one, achievement test, and the last is prelim, midterm, or semi-final and final. Maybe that's from the assessment of learning, and the second one is assessment for learning by Fathul Akbar. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Fathul Akbar as the second speaker. Now, I want to explain about assessment for learning. Nah, assessment for learning, or AFL, occurs when teachers use interference about student progress to inform their teaching. So AFL is a formative type of assessment used by the teacher to inform their teaching. It may occur before and throughout the learning sequence to determine the progress and the gaps. It may occur before and throughout the learning sequence in order to determine the progress, that mean learning progress and the learning gaps from the word format. This means that the teacher examines all the activities in class and uses those evidence whether to reteach the concept or to move on to the next lesson. Now, for example, for assessment for learning, or AFL, is it works to diagnostic test before conducting the real discussion, Q&A. Next, Q&A, question and answer during discussion, and even quizzes. Now, ideally, assessment for learning results are recorded but not graded, or we can say that not part of grading. So basically, AFL is done to improve the teaching and learning process. Now, that's all about my topic, and we move to the last speaker. Thank you.
My name is Marwa, and I will explain about assessment as learning. Assessment as learning occurs when students reflect on and monitor their progress to inform their future learning goals. And assessment as learning is the highest form of assessments, and this is used for students to monitor their own learning progress. Assessment as learning, there are self-assessments, and this is also formative in nature when the students are given the opportunity to monitor and critically reflect their own learning and prepare the necessary adjustment for the learning. And for self-directed learning as well, where the student use their metacognitive process and think about their own learning and what strategies to support the particular learning and the mechanisms that they will use to advance. And for the learning example of assessment as learning are reflective journal and reflection. Thank you.